Fáilte, welcome to a week in the life of a Gaelic writer, who is also an English writer. My latest collection of short fiction in English, A Place to Stop and Stay, is now available on Amazon for Kindle and on Kobo for other ebook formats. I was going to launch this earlier in September, as I mentioned in a previous video. But then I got an Amazon promotion for one of my other titles, Chosnoch Sahau. So for the month of September, Chosnoch Sahau has been available at a reduced rate on Kindle, and I thought it would muddle the marketing message if I tried to promote both books at the same time. So I've waited until now to make the new English short fiction collection available. There's something quite strange about publishing a new book, particularly if you are self-publishing, as I am with this title. My Gaelic books are all traditionally published by publishers. My two short fiction collections in English are self-published, and obviously among people who read Gaelic books, I am already reasonably well known. Some people like what I write, others may not, but at least they've heard of me. But breaking into an English language market is tougher, obviously. As a Gaelic writer, you're a big fish in a small pool. As an English writer, you're nowhere. There are millions of titles on Amazon and on Kobo, and all of them are competing for readers, and why should anybody buy mine? The really tricky thing is marketing it, making people aware that it even exists. Actually writing the book is the easy bit, really. So yes, the big challenge is to try to get people interested in your work in a brand new and very competitive market. So I hope that I will find some English language readers for my new book. Some of the stories in it were previously published in Gaelic, and others are new stories that were written originally in English. And it's a similar pattern to what I did with Portrait of an Unknown Woman and other stories, which I released again as a self-published ebook back in February. Over the summer I tried reducing the price of that book to boost sales. It didn't really work. Again, it's about communicating with that market and just getting anybody to notice you. I got a couple more sales than I might otherwise have got, perhaps by dropping the price during July and August, but not an enormous boost to the numbers of copies shifted. So it's a tricky game. I'm not quite sure how to play it, but for the time being I'm just happy to have got this second collection to a point where it's ready to release. I should say that I'm grateful to my friend Tracy for proofreading it. That was a tremendous help. Of course, after she gave me it back, I have tinkered with it since then. So if there are any typos, it's not her fault, it's definitely mine, because I meddled with the text again after she had looked it over and picked up all sorts of things that I had missed. So yes, that's it. It's out there. It's $1.99, which is a bargain, let's face it. You would probably spend more than that on a cup of coffee or a bus ticket or something, wouldn't you? So why not buy a lovely book full of contemporary fiction? There is a theme that connects the stories in A Place to Stop and Stay. It's about people who are trapped or trying to escape. I've subtitled it Tales of Sanctuary and Escape. And so, for example, there are people who are exiled from their home, who are in a foreign country, or who are drawn to a place that they're unfamiliar with. There's a story about a woman who reinvents herself and assumes a false identity. There's a story which was the title story of my first ever collection, Gaelic culture, The Lost Girl's Language. In this collection I've translated that. It's about a girl who's supposed to have been raised by wolves, but now she has been captured by a team of scientists who are keeping her captive in their laboratory while they study her. All sorts of disturbing themes. I don't know what that says about me or what's going on in my mind, but I hope that some people will find the stories stimulating or entertaining. And of course, if people like them, I want to know about that, and if people don't like them, I want to know about that as well. The worst thing about writing or publishing anything and casting your bread upon the waters is not getting any response at all. So writers need feedback. We want to know what people think of our work, good or bad. So that book is now online and available to purchase on Amazon and on Kobo. I've had some teething problems with Kobo with uploading the cover, but I'm in touch with the people at Kobo Writing Life and we'll get that sorted out. I'm sure if you were to buy the book today from Kobo, you would get a cover, or the next time you synced your reading device, the cover would arrive. It may be something to do with the file size or the file format. The Kindle one uploaded fine, but these little technical things are sent to try us. So that's where I will leave this video for this week. Do have a look at my new book, A Place to Stop and Stay. I will put links to Kobo and Amazon underneath the video, and I hope that some of you will buy it and enjoy it, and if you do, then please recommend it to people, because as I say, the hardest thing about trying to sell an English book as opposed to a Gaelic book where you know who your audience is making contact with the people who are likely to be interested and actually getting that marketing message out there. So if you can help me, please do. I would be very grateful. Anyway, Sinev Wamsa and Chachgunsa, na Chachgun, be video illa akum, as a Gaelic, another video next week in Gaelic this time. And in the meantime, I'm in Dochus could be fear yo Chachgun, akiv ulig.